This app is called Nightstand HD, and it allows you to have a clock on your nightstand using your iPhone or your iPod Touch or your iPad. You can have the weather displayed as you see up here, the date, and then of course the time in minutes and seconds. Now, there are a variety of clocks to choose from depending on what you might like. You can have the old style, super bright LCD. You can also change the color of the actual clock with this option. I personally like the flip clock, which is what I opened on. They have the classic LCD, a binary clock, which is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. But that's me. This is what the binary clock looks like. Kind of crazy. There's a world clock that allows you to have two clocks at once. You know, saying look the time in two different locations. I love the paneling on the back of this. All of the clocks give you the option to have an alarm set, so if you want to wake up to this, you can. The weather, it allows you to set your location for the weather, so the weather is of course accurate to where you are. This app is $1.99. I personally don't like using apps to wake up from. That's just me. The iPhone can be kind of temperamental when it comes to time and locations. That's just my opinion. But if you are looking for a clock and you want something big and bold, you can just put this on, then set it on lock, and you'll have a clock right there staring you in the face. The clocks also, of course, rotate, so you can have it in portrait or landscape, which I like because it's bigger. So if you got a stand, you got a clock all set up. So you can check this out in the App Store. It is Nightstand HD. Have you ever wanted to keep a list of how many days in a row you've done something? If that is the case, then you'll want to check out Streaks. It's in the App Store, and it allows you to do just that. You can create multiple calendars that allow you to keep track of whatever it is you're doing. So I set up a few calendars. I have this product that I'm supposed to be using to help make my lashes longer. You're supposed to apply it in the morning and at night. So I set up an AM calendar and a PM calendar for it. And I haven't been doing so well in February or December. But January I had a 2-day streak right there, which is not saying much, but that's how many days I used it in January, which is sad to say. But this also lets you keep a record of what you're doing and lets you know when you should step it up. To add a record of you doing whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, you just tap that particular day and a red X shows up. If you tap the day by accident, you hit it again and the X disappears. Let's say you're not supposed to be using something every day. You can set it up in the preferences for whatever calendar you have. I'm only supposed to do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then what will happen is there will be streaks. There will be X's on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but on Tuesday and Thursday there will be little arrows showing that, you know, you weren't supposed to be doing it every day. It just goes to the next day. Now, if you want to make a note for a particular day, you just hold down on a particular day and then you can type the note. I'm just going to write something. Then, on that day, can you see that? There's a little colored square in the upper corner of that day. That lets you know there's a note there, maybe explaining why you didn't do whatever it is you were supposed to do. So, at the bottom of every calendar, it'll say what your longest streak was, and if you have a current streak. As you can see, I do not. You can also change the layout and the design of the calendars. There are 4 different designs to choose from. This is a beachy, surfy one that I picked for another product that I was using and supposed to be keeping track of. It was using my Sonic Dermabrasion facial brush. Supposed to be using it AM and PM. Now, January, I got on an 11-day streak, which was great. And that was my current streak. That was my longest streak. So I was really proud of myself. Now, for in the evening in January, I don't think it was so great. Kind of sketchy in there a few days. Here's where you can manage your calendars and set the weeks. You can also have an icon badge on the app icon that will allow you to see what your current streak is, but it'll only work for the current first calendar. So as you can see, I have 4 calendars, and this does this every time you leave out of settings. Even if you didn't do anything with the calendar, it would only show my current streak for this, which is my first calendar. You can switch calendars into, you know, just moving them around, deciding which calendar is going to be the first one. If you want to keep track with an icon badge, you know, whether or not you have how long your streak is for that particular whatever it is you're doing. So I like this app. It was $1.99 in the App Store, but if you're looking for something to help you do this, I mean, you know, it's invaluable, and you have your phone with you all the time anyway, so it's easy to record when you have done something, which is the main thing that I really, really liked about it. So it's not the same as like running to a notepad or trying to remember to jot it down later. You got your phone with you, you can record that you did something right there and have it listed. So check this out in the App Store. It's called Streaks, and I think you'll like it. Like funny, quirky apps, and Ooze is one of those apps because all you do is play with Ooze. Now, the Ooze reacts to your touch, and you can also set in the preferences if you want the Ooze to change color. You can also have the Ooze react to gravity. So right now it's really not reacting to gravity, so we're going to go into the settings and I'm going to show you the difference. There's a gravity tab, and you can change how it reacts to gravity. So I've slid it over a bit. You can also have it react to tilting, shaking, and I have color shifting on, as I mentioned, or you can have a lava lamp mode where it just reacts on its own. So as you can see, by having it react to gravity, tilting the phone makes the Ooze react in that manner. You can still play with it and break it apart if you want, but it also reacts to gravity. If you prefer the loose, free-flowing Ooze, turn gravity off. I thought this was fun. It's free, so you can't make a mistake with this. You can check it out in the App Store. While I was looking for an app to help me keep track of shows I was watching, I came across tvChatter, which is an app that lets you follow the Twitter stream that other people have created of a particular show. So it's not the Twitter stream of that show, you know, the official Twitter stream. It's a stream that is created by this app of all the people that are tweeting about this show. Now, the one thing about that is that sometimes the tweets are not necessarily related to the show. Shows where the name of the show might also be something that comes up in people's conversations, like the word house or the word fringe. When I check the Twitter stream for fringe in this app, sometimes people were talking about their bangs and getting their hair cut, which also might sometimes involve the word fringe. I thought that was kind of funny. Now, this is the featured page where shows that are tweeted about the most are here. So you would click on a show, for instance, Fringe, and what happens is they get the most recent tweets and show you all the tweets that are being collected in the app. So you can look at the Twitter feed that's being created by the app and watch and see what people are talking about. You can tweet yourself with this app. You can also decide how fast or slow the tweets are going to load. If you want, you can stop the tweets or you can start the tweets again going. You have to add your Twitter information to actually participate in the tweets through this app, which you can do. You can also set the time zone, which is really important. If you choose to sort through the list of shows available in this app through the time, this is the list in alphabetical order, or you can sort through by the time they come on in your time zone. I just really love this page, and I think it's a cool idea. Of course, the app is going to be, or the tweets, I guess, will be a lot more active if your show is on at the time, because then of course more people are going to be tweeting about it. But you can check this out in the App Store. It's free, so it's, you know, you're not going to It's not going to cost you anything. So you might want to check it out and see if you like it.